here with Josh Allen and CJ Conrad. Guys, you're out here signing autographs this past week for UK fans. To say what that means to spend time with fans and give back to them.
That means a lot to me. Obviously, I've mentioned this before. It's probably the last time me and Josh will be in Lexington together for an extended period of time. Engaging with the fans. So we love our fan base. So it means a lot for them to come out and support us.
I'm just enjoying myself, traveling to different towns I ain't never been to. This is the first being in Elizabethtown, and I feel like I'm home already. And just meeting all the good people that came out, I'm just so honored. Be thankful for to be for University of West Kentucky.
You guys had a great season this past year at UK. Capping it off with a good bowl win. Just say what it meant to just end your career at UK with a bang.
It meant a lot to us, man. I mean, our senior class is extremely close. And we had a goal in mind of changing the culture of Kentucky, and to cap that off with the Citrus Bowl win and get the first bowl win in quite some time, get the first 10-win season, probably 40-plus years. I mean, that's what we came here for.
Yeah, he basically said everything I wanted to say, so double that.
Okay, can you guys just say what Coach Stoops and the coaching staff have meant to you guys over your career?
Man, they just been, there for us every step of the way. For the guys that bought in throughout the whole process, you can see what happened at the end result. And me, CJ and I and all the other seniors that stayed, bought into the program, bought into all the coaches. We trusted them, and and you saw the final result. We went out with 10 wins, broke a lot of history, and I was glad to be a part of that organization.
For sure. I just double that down with just great man Coach Stoops is. Not just a great coach, but a great man. He's got our backs, and we really appreciate that. It goes a long way.
All right, Josh, I know you recently guys finished with the combine. How do you just feel like how you did overall with the the questions, the physical, the mental tests, and how you just did overall?
I mean, I feel like the combine is made to break people down so they can be fatigued at the end of the combine. Because you do a lot of tiring things throughout the week. You go to bed late, wake up early. But I was happy to be there. I was glad to be with a lot of great players, and so I took everything for advantage, and I had high energy, everything that I did. So I feel like it was a good combine. I tested good. Now I'm glad that it's over and I can relax and hang out with my family and just chill.
Your friends.
Yeah. And I know coming out of high school, you was rated like kind of low as a two-star, didn't have that many offers. Mm-hmm. Some could say you was overlooked. But how does it feel to overcome that, to be where you are now, to be a potential top draft prospect when you wasn't getting looked at like you felt like you should have out of high school?
I always carry that as like a chip on my shoulder, as motivation every year. Just try to get better, try to prove a lot of people wrong, and that was my big emphasis, especially this year, is to prove everybody wrong. All the doubters, and and I could change that status quo about me. So you start small and finish big, and that's all I'm here to do. And I'm glad I had teammates such as CJ on my side of the ball, on the opposite side of the ball, and I trusted him on the offense, and he took care of a lot of games, and we just had fun doing it.
All right, last few questions. I know Josh, you play linebacker. CJ, you play tight end. Who were some guys growing up in the NFL that you guys look up to, that inspired you, or you might try to take your game after? So CJ, you first.
Probably Jason Witten for me. I just think, I consider myself a complete tight end, which means like a guy who can block and make close to the running back and in the run game. Also a guy who gets open and scores touchdowns, gets a bunch of receptions in games. So I feel like Jason Witten, was a perfect definition of that. So I watched him a lot growing up.
Josh?
I'm probably going to say Khalil Mack. He's just a dominant player, run the run and also the pass. I believe he's one of the best players in the NFL right now, if not the best defensive player. That's just my opinion. And we had the same growing up. Like, he's a two-star coming out. He went to Buffalo, and he changed his life completely. Now he's one of the best. And I want to have the similar story as he did, and go down the right path and get even better.
Okay. And last two questions. So what's next? You got this autograph signing. What's next for you guys moving forward?
Man, I'm just getting ready for the draft. I just get ready for the draft, April 25th. I got a lot of running around to do before that, but that's all I'm gonna be, really focused on.
CJ?
Just waiting for some test results to get back from my medical, so that's the next step for me.
All right, and my last question for you guys is, like I mentioned before, you guys were kind of, you could say overlooked, but overcame it, had successful college careers, and now have the chance to achieve your dreams in NFL, what message do you have for kids who aspire to play football, who might be overlooked, who you might consider giving up and should keep pushing?
Yeah, I would say, I didn't have quite the story Josh did, but I did come from a really small school. Me and my brother are only two Division I football players ever come out of my high school, so you can put your mind to anything. You just got to go out there and put hard work in.
Vice versa. Just grind hard, stay committed to what you said you want to do, and try to get better each year. That's what I try to do. Surround yourself with great people. Don't surround yourself with players that are people that you think that just wants them to be good so they can be good. Surround yourself that everybody wants to be good and collect others. So I surrounded myself with great people in my corner, and I got here today from those people.
All right. Thank you guys, and good luck to your career.